Figured I'd make a video today showing we had some heavy rain this morning. I didn't get to do a video yesterday because I had to work. But an interesting thing happened yesterday. We had a storm that was, when I got off work, I looked at the radar to see if I was going to run into any rain. Because I knew there was rain out there. Out, not in my vicinity, but, in Madisonville. I checked and there was a storm, that was a small storm, that was in Madisonville. I thought, well, looks a little nasty, Looks like some heavy rain, And then when I got into Madisonville, you could see the rain falling, but it was off to the east, towards Tellico, I guess southeast. Anyways, this storm kind of had the characteristics of a supercell, but the parameters did not support. It was a single cell by itself, and when I got into town and looked at the radar again, because it looked, pretty beefy then, it had exploded into a fairly large storm. And I'm like, wow, that thing really blew up quick. And I looked on radar, it had a hail core on it, or some extremely heavy rain. Now I'm like, it was right over us. It was raining hard. You could see, if you've seen in videos or pictures of the wall of rain with a shelf up top, out from it, it's got that bowl shape to it. That's kind of how this looked. Had supercell characteristics. It had a trying to start a what do you call it? It started trying to rotate. It had a little, I want to call it mesoscale, no. Meso-analysis, no. Anyways, it had a little bit of trying to get a little bit of rotation with it, but it didn't have the low-level support or the upper-level support. It had no bulk shear, no helicity for it, so it couldn't rotate. So, but it tried. You could tell it was trying to organize. That's what a supercell is. Oh wow, that's a huge web. But anyways, it was trying to get organized, because that's what a supercell is, a highly organized thunderstorm. You have the area of rotation. I can't remember what it's called. Damn it. My mind just went blank there right when I tried to remember it. It's meso something. I'm sure CJ, you'll yell it out whenever you hear this part of the video. You'll be like, that's this, and you'll say it. But I can't think of it right now. But anyways, it was trying to rotate, but again, it didn't have the kidney bean or the hook echo or nothing like that, because there was no rotation in it. It tried to get, it did have a little bit, it was like a pulse storm, but it was trying to get organized. And it was just interesting. Some extraordinarily heavy rain. I was going down the highway, and it was actually sort of blinding rain. People were going, speed limit down there is 55, and people were going 30, because the rain was so heavy. It just had supercell characteristics with it. I'm not saying it was a supercell, because a supercell has, rotating updraft in it. And it was trying to get its act together. Delilah, you want to come over this way? Is that sure? And it was trying to, but it couldn't, because it had no support behind it, no, perimeter support. But it was just interesting, and it had some heavy rain in it. had a lot of lightning. It tried to get organized, so that it didn't go very far. It did get a little bit of a hail core. I mean, we got some small hail out of it. You can hear it tinking over there on the air conditioner. I went out to try to see any hail, and I couldn't see any. And then this morning, 6:30, we're awoke by boom, another more rain coming in. And well, you can tell it's wet, and the rain is still falling off the trees and stuff. We had some heavy rain when I took CJ to school. It was heavy rain, and then what do you call it? I'd say it stopped around 9:30. No, it was around 9, because I took the dog out and realized it wasn't going to rain no more, so I went ahead and put him in the lot. But I thought that was an interesting, and it was a cell by itself, so discreet, it wasn't, it wasn't in a cluster. It ended up clustering because it just had the characteristic, it moved from the single cell, which is, you can get some pretty, it just, to me, it had the character. It didn't mean it was. It looked like it was trying to get its act together. And you got a 1/2 inch there. So you got 1, 2. I'd say we got 2 inches of rain yesterday and this morning. Yeah, pretty good amount. Didn't we, Wrinkles? Wrinkles like, sure. Oh no, would you look at that? It's a Bojama. Oh. Grass is shooting up now. All them dead areas are disappearing, and it's going green. Grass is going green, Delilah. Delilah. Delilah, the grass is going green. What the crap? But I figured I'd make a video talking about it. That it had that look. That it was trying to get organized with no upper wind, or at the mid levels either, or low levels. I mean, there wasn't, the only thing we had was instability. We had about 1,000 joules of instability. But I just thought it was interesting. I didn't have a lot of wind with it. There at the tail end we kind of did. You can see the leaves down a little bit. And some of them are actually green leaves, so it did blow a little bit out. But it really wasn't, damaging. It looks like it, on the tail end of it, on the southeast part of the storm, it was trying to get a, what do you call it? It's already drying. It's still a little wet. How about the arms? A little wet too. But it was trying to get a area of rotation, an updraft there. But it fell apart because it was, there wasn't no parameters that would sustain it. Chevy Malibu. It's Bo. He's like, dude, I want to go inside and lay on my butt and do nothing. But yeah, I just figured I'd make a video kind of talking about it, because it was interesting to see, when I drove through it. And we had it here. We had a lot of lightning with it. At first it didn't have too much lightning. Well, from a distance, when I was about I'd say a half a mile from it, I seen the first lightning strike. And then it did have some cloud ground lightning. That was, you could see it off, here, all around. We thought we had a tree that was taken down by lightning. You see a couple of lightning strikes, but nothing, that I see evidence of now. Power didn't go out or nothing like that, the wind. What was that, Bo? Something fall or something? You alright? Seems alright. I don't see nothing laying down. But we didn't have no, nothing that would cause power outages or nothing. Like I said, it was probably borderline severe. It probably, had some, it was trying to organize, like I said, but it just couldn't do it because of the parameters. What do you think, Delilah? And of course, Bo was terrified, and Klondike, he was not having none of it. This is drying up pretty good too. Oh boy. I'm off today and tomorrow. Tomorrow we have a marginal risk as of right now. So I'll put my plan into motion of not paying attention to X or Facebook. Just avoid it and act like it ain't happening. I know that we have a risk, but just reading the wording of Morristown and the Storm Prediction Center, it does look like a true low-end risk. I did see one post before I cut off X and Facebook that was talking about, well, here it is, severe weather again in East Tennessee. Stop, bud. And it was, I think that's out of Greene County or something like that. It used to be called Greene County weather or something like that. Then it changed to East Tennessee weather, and then I think it's changed to something else now. But it was talking about tomorrow's risk. But yesterday I saw it, and it was saying, severe weather in East Tennessee again. Damaging winds is the greatest threat, and the tornado risk is low. Where's Delilah? Bo. Delilah. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. We'll see if it upgrades or, and we'll just keep an eye on the wording of the National Weather Service and the Storm Prediction Center. Ooh, starting to get a rip in that. That can be somewhat hazardous. We'll let it sit out in the sun a little bit longer. Oh, but yeah, I figured I would make a video kind of sort of talking about yesterday's storm and tomorrow's risk. I mean, I probably could do a screen recording showing the risk. Anyway, I will probably wrap up this video, go inside and let that chair dry some more, relax for a little while, and maybe watch some TV. But I might make another video today, a screen recording one. But I'll see you in the next video.